Is this better? Is this better? I feel like this is better. I mean, I know my kitchen and everything, and my poverty-stricken kitchen is in the background, but I feel like this is better. Something about this is better. Something about it. I don't know what about it, but something about it seems better. And I think this is how we gonna rock. Yeah, I think this is how we gonna rock. So I'm supposed to do it live. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it live. This is better. I hope this is better. I hope it ain't like when you think something better and it ain't. Like when you get a new woman and you bring her around and you like, this is my new girl. And everybody like, what the old one at? You like, but ain't she better? Let's start the show. Welcome to another episode of the Tutson Interruption. My name is Trey Tutson, and we doing it a little different today. Excuse-moi. I hope this setup is better, man. I know I said that in the cold open, but I hope so. First off, I want to thank everybody that came out to Q&A with Trey this past Sunday. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate all of that. Please continue to support and come out. It's every second Sunday at 7 p.m. at the Riot Comedy Club. I believe in July I'll be back there. Um, at the end of July, doing the Touch and Interruption live. So we'll be kicking that off, getting that cracking, getting that going. I got more dates and stuff that's around. Follow me on Instagram to find out where I will be at. Um, I've had a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun. Like this past weekend, we was doing some shows. I got to do some shows with my good buddy Slade Ham. Me and Slade got to go do some shows together, and that was fun. Doing shows with Slade. Doing the show with Slade, we went out to Kerrville, Texas, which is like outside of San Antonio, to the Comedy Zone out there. They had us in this beautiful theater. It was really nice. Got to meet cool people, make them laugh. The show was fine. You know what I mean? Show was fine. But man, one of the things that was wild is we knew what kind of town we was in. When we ride, like when you go on the road or you go to these different places, you try to figure out what kind of town it is. And the awesome part about Houston is that Houston's so big, we got all these different parts of Houston within Houston, right? All these different parts of Houston that's like Houston's split up in all these different places. It's very diverse. So you could go to one side of Houston and get a whole different type of people. You go to one side, get a whole bunch of very progressive, liberal leaning sort of people, you know what I mean? They're very progressive leaning. And then you can go somewhere and get like conservative people that believe on that side. Then you get people that's just like what I call suburbanites. All they care about is is they don't lean nowhere politically or nothing like that. You can go somewhere where it's just straight up black people, like hip at just black people, like you know. You can go somewhere where you can just hipster black people. It's all these different sections. So whenever we go out of town, I'm always like, whenever I go anywhere, like when I was in Seattle for that whole month, we was doing all them shows and that competition. We would go to a little town and I'd be like, oh, okay, this is like playing this place in Houston. This is like playing this place in Houston. Okay, these people are a lot like this. This like performing at this place. Cause we got all these different places. So it really prep you. So we riding in Kerrville and I'm like, damn, what kind of town is Kerrville? Like is Kerrville like, you know what I'm saying? Like what kind of vibe are they letting off? And I'm just trying to see. We ride, I'm looking, I'm like, okay. Truck in the yard. I'm like, okay, truck in the yard. Okay, I'm not seeing no Trump stuff. Okay. All right. But I'm not really seeing any, political stuff. I ain't seeing nobody lean one way or another that way. I'm like, okay. All right. Because you going to see that somewhere. You go to certain sections, you could best believe you going to see you finna see it. It's coming. So I'm like, man, I don't even know. So I we keep riding, get to our hotel, get to the hotel. When we pull up to the hotel, off bat you could tell the hotel is it used to be a church. All right. It used to be and you could tell it's got the shape, like you know how the churches had that deal where like that little what the hell is that called? It's not a full foyer is inside. But whatever an outside foyer is, what I can't think of what it's called right now. But that cover port, that's kind of when you pulling up, right? It had that sort of deal, which you see in hotels, but it had that church vibe to it. Like you could, it was. And then when you walked into the lobby part, you could tell you like, oh, they renovated, and it still had that church cedar wood panel, like oak sort of smell to it, that church smell. Just, you know what I mean? Where it's just, it's a whole lot of repenting. You could smell it. You could just smell the repentance in there. And I'm still trying to get a vibe like, man, what the hell is this place? What is this place? Like, we trying to figure out, what is this place? What is this? Like, what is it? Boom. The dude, I forgot his name, the guy checking us in, he was on the phone. He was like, yeah, and okay. He's like kind of sounding like that, which I ain't, no, whatever, but I'm like, oh, he probably gay. Ain't no disrespect, nothing like that, but he probably gay. You just, some of them, you could tell, sometimes life just throws you a straight down the line fastball. And you're like, oh, this guy's gay. But I can't tell. It ain't that obvious. It's like you hearing, you like, okay, this might be a little Austin-y or whatever. Like, okay, I'm just trying to get a gauge on this place. Man, this dude proceeds. He's getting us checked in. He's like, last names? I'm like, Tutson, Ham. We're like trying to get in our rooms, yada, yada. And he goes, oh, okay, where you guys at? He's like, oh, we're going to be playing at the Comedy Zone down there, the Katie Theater, da-da-da, blah, blah. Oh, you guys are comedians. Okay. And this sumbitch proceeds to ring off, I don't know, about 7 street jokes in a row. Pun related, just, I mean, he's ringing them off to the point, and he's not, you could tell, he don't care. He don't care whether we like him or not, or we want to hear him. He don't care. He like, goddamn it, you getting these. And he letting them off. I can't remember none of the damn jokes. And he kept doing it. So then he kept making like gay innuendos to me and Slade. Not like he was flirting with us, but he kept indicating that me and Slade was gay. Right? To which I then go, all right, I know exactly what kind of town this is. We just, we're trying to get checked in our rooms, and this dude is like, I'm going to have you guys closer than you already are. Shit like that. Then he kept ringing off some more damn jokes. And I proceed to go, Alexa, turn off whatever his name is. Then he hit me with 2 more. And it was like, we was like giving him some zingers. I don't never really want to go off on nobody. I get it. You know what I mean? He just, but it do come a point where you like, dog, shut up. These jokes suck. Just shut up. When you see a comedian, stop telling us jokes. Stop trying to do that. Y'all running the doctors, you don't freaking start ringing off medical facts. You don't like no other profession. Maybe singers. Maybe singers. People, but most time people start singing their songs and that's out of like joy. You know what I'm saying? That's out of like, that's all. Oh, yo, I know your song, and then you start fucking doing the song for him or whatever, bad rendition. But that's more out of like fan shit. But I guess there's a certain level of status you get to as a comic where people start yelling your jokes out to you. You know, when you reach a certain height in your, I think Dave Chappelle talked about that. People yelling at Rick James bitch at him. Kevin Hart with the "You Gonna Learn Today." Like, I guess. There's a certain status. At this level and status, people, they don't know. I don't got no jokes that they gonna know. So I ain't getting that yelled at me. I'm getting they shit. People telling me they shit. Oh, you an unknown comedian? Well, let me give you some unknown jokes. Terrible. So we like sat through that. Left. Went did the show. Like I said, show was fine. It's in this theater. Used to be a vaudeville theater. Then it turned into like one of them porn places, which I ain't gonna lie, that was, the thought of that blows my mind. The fact that people used to just like, just, you know what I mean? Just like a bunch of people watching a porn. It'd be sold out. Like a new porn movie would come out and it'd be fucking sold out. 300-seat theater. It's packed. And everybody's just watching people fuck on screen. People are jerking off. People are like yelling out. You just hear people climax in the middle of the movie. Like, that's some weird shit to me. It's, You're just sitting there watching the movie. It's quiet. You hear somebody just be like, oh, yeah. It's fucking weird. Every guys have done that. We grew up. You a teenager, like, porn is all scarce and shit at the time. Somebody had porn. Everybody would go and, like, watch it. And it's fucking watching porn with a group of guys is the most homoerotic shit you could ever fucking do. Because there's so many different thoughts going on in each other's mind. I don't even know. I mean, and then there's got to be the one, over the top perverted guy that just is like, dude, fuck this, dude. I'm gonna jerk it right now, dude. Fuck you guys. No, dude, fuck you guys. You guys fucking just take your shit off and just start. Oh my God. Yeah, I couldn't do it. But whatever, we went through that. I had a thing that happened. I'm fucking talk about it. I had this thing that happened. Dude. So I had by the way, this is the Tutson Interruption podcast, and if you would like to email in to this podcast to get questions answered or to just show love or whatever it is, it's tutsoninterruption@gmail.com. Tutsoninterruption@gmail. Matter of fact, let me make sure. Let me check right now and make sure that's the name of the podcast. Email. I just start doing that shit. Where is it at? Backing on up. Yep. tutsoninterruption@gmail.com. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it on this. It's going to be on the screen over here to the right. Put it up on the screen. tutsoninterruption@gmail.com. Man, just come on, man. Y'all just email in. I'm finna check it right now to see if we got any emails. Not a single email from no one but TikTok, which I lost that page. They took it. So whatever. I don't care, TikTok. Live y'all life, do y'all. But that's the email, man. Just come on. Tune into the email. For those of y'all that's listening, TUTSONINTERRUPTION at gmail.com. Email in and we can talk about stuff. Because I had a situation that happened. So, one of the things in my life that has helped me throughout my life with dealing with just certain situations that come up, one of the things that has helped me, move forward and remind myself that, whatever, I guess like a tough time is temporary, right? It's getting a flat tire. I used to get a lot of flat tires. A lot of flat tires. Just tires that would dry rot. Tires, I just, just riding a lot. I would end up with a lot of flat tires. And I could never change my tire. Right? Not that I don't know how to change a tire. I just never had the equipment. Unless you have the equipment that's basically going to, like, give you the criteria to be a startup roadside assistance company, you're going to be pretty doomed. They give you that little black jack, the little triangle jack. You got to stick that little L-shaped deal in there, that gigantic Allen wrench in there. Try to turn it, get the car up, get the four-way. It just is a lot of work, and usually most of that shit don't work. So, at one time, I was prepped. I remember at one time I was buying these, because they had a whole set you can get from AutoZone. It was like $100. It came with this jack that you like rolled out. You could roll it out, put it in there, jack it up real good. You know what I'm saying? I had got a little drill. I got a batterized drill that you could also, you could choose electric drill. You could charge up the battery in it. I had that. Vroom, 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 vroom. Take that shit off. Like, I had the deal. Well, if you was stuck somewhere, I could probably show up and get you up out of there. Man, unless you got that, your ass is pretty screwed. So you got to figure out another way to make it happen. So I had become an expert at riding on a flat to a tire shop. I got real good at that. Riding a flat to a tire shop. I became beast at that. Just to the point where I wouldn't bend the rim. The tire would be fucked up. The tire would look like it got into a tiger fight. I mean, it would be wrapped all kind of rounds of ways and shit. Tire would be fucked up. But I would get the car there, the rim wouldn't be damaged and shit. I used to drive a long ass way, doing whatever, right? And I did this. I'm not saying it would be a time I would get a lot of flats, and I didn't like calling people. I still don't like calling people. I don't like calling people for stuff. I don't like it. People got attitude. But what I noticed when I would be riding on the flat to the tire shop, all these people would be looking at me. People walking their dogs, people riding bike, like whatever. Everybody that was a pedestrian on the street, they would be looking at me crazy. Even sometimes people that was riding in their car, they would be looking at me crazy, right? Looking at me absolutely crazy. Giving me a look, some people laughing. And I would have all this attention on me. Mostly felt like negative or whatever. And then I would go get my tire, get to the tire shop, get a new tire, get that all fixed up, drive back out, go back down the same street that on the opposite end that I just rode down to get to the tire shop. I would ride back down that same street, and them people that was walking, riding a bike, walking the dog, they wouldn't even bat an eye. Nothing. I will run into the same person again. They wouldn't be like, oh, you got it fixed. Nothing. They would just do whatever it is they do. And I don't know, just something that should stick with me forever. I'd be like, you know what? That's just how it is. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it is. That's how temporary your bullshit is. Like, when you going through whatever you going through, everybody's looking at you. Everybody's paying attention. Everybody's, pointing and focusing and all that, like focusing in on you and criticizing this, that, and the fourth. But then you get out of that, and all that shit like goes away. So I stayed on that. So, damn, that should have been the cold open. Right after I said that, I'm supposed to be like, let's start the show. But it didn't time out like that. It didn't work out like that. You gotta take what you can get. So I had another flat tire. I handled some stuff yesterday and stuff like that. Just didn't have time to I went to a tire shop. The guy was like, I don't have your tire size. And then all of the tire shops that was around me was closed. So I came back home and I went to sleep. And when I woke up, I had to go handle some shit. So I was like, I'll get it changed tomorrow. And then I got up today and that bitch was completely flat. Right? It's completely flat. So, I'm not even worried. I look at my back, because I didn't even look back there in the car. I didn't even look. I was like, oh, I got a dummy. Okay, I could put the dummy on. I'm like, well, let's see what we got. And I'm looking at I'm like, maybe they've upgraded. Maybe they have changed it up. Right? Maybe the supplies that they provide in a car is different now. I look back there and check. Same triangle jack, the Allen wrench, the 4-way, the whole. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So, let's ride. Let's get to the tire shop. Now, where I live at, I don't know where I live, but I live back up in somewhere. Like, back up in. Like, it's to the point where I'm away from stuff, and I kind of tell you kind of know, like, you can tell a little bit like where you live at based on how far certain shit is from you. One of them being a tire shop. If you live a nice ways from a tire shop, you back off up in there somewhere. You probably live in a pretty decent area. You live in a decent place. I'm not talking about Discount Tire or Firestone. I ain't talking about none of the commercial stuff. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about barely speak English tire shop. Talk about one of them. I go to them. I don't go to them fancy places. Because this be the thing. I don't go to them places because, number one, they going to make your ass wait an hour. They're going to charge you out the Y cans. And then they're going to make you wait like an hour. I never forget, bro. I went to go get some tires. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and fine. I'm going to just, spend like $500 or whatever and get all the tires done. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go do this. Man, I pull up to this Firestone. It's me, and it's the dude that worked there. That's it. I pull up, it's his car, and it's my car. Him, me. This bitch tells me it's gonna be a wait. I'm like, huh? He like, it's gonna be a wait. You gonna have to wait an hour. And then it's gonna probably take me about an hour to change all 4 of the tires. I was like, bro, I'm never doing this again. Because them Mexican places, you can say what the fuck you want. You ain't waiting no hour. If you are at a Mexican ran establishment that has to do with cars or anything with labor, something terrible happened. Somebody had a heart attack or something terrible. It's a medical emergency. ICE showed up. Something wild went down. If you had a Mexican ran establishment, you ain't gonna be there no hour. They change your anyway. So I don't usually go there. I go to them places. I be like, man, yeah, man, hook me up, man. Give me the blah, 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 blah. They give everything I need. I'm out. So I sat there. I'm like, all right, I need to ride. I need to go do it. So I'm riding. In the car. If I'd have stayed doing about 10 miles an hour, I probably would have been fine. But I had sped up and I just the tire got ripped up. So I'm like, damn. So I pull over a couple times. Cause I'm like, all right, maybe I can call roadside assistance. Maybe Trey is time. Call roadside assistance. Da 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 da. Insurance I got, they don't provide that for free. But I got a number or whatever you can call. I call the number, get, in touch with them. They tell me, all right, it's going to be $180. And the quickest person could get to you is in 90 minutes. I was like, all right. It was like, is that okay? Absolutely not. Y'all have a good day. Hang up. What the fuck? Why the hell would I wait? Why would I wait 90 minutes? Why would I do that? 90 minutes? Bro, you know where the hell I'll be at 90 minutes if I just do it my way. So I said, all right, so I'm driving through, and I know how to drive through this. I'm gonna tell you, I'll just come out and tell y'all, I ain't, my credentials ain't right. My credentials is not right. I'm out here, it's like I'm 21 years old again. I'm raggedy out here, boy. I got so much shit I got to get straightened out. I'm out here raggedy. Raggedy. With a capital raggedy. Tags wrong. License wrong. Everything wrong. Everything wrong. I ain't living right at all. But I got to do what I got to do to get what I got to get so I can make shit happen. So I can get everything right. I'm going to get everything right. It literally just going to take me 1 month to get everything right. Don't need to panic in this motherfucker. I can get everything right. I got a lot of shit going on. Anyway, so I can't really ride on the main street because it is going to bring a lot of attention to me. So I'm riding through a lot of neighborhoods. I'm taking these neighborhoods. Take this street to this street to that street to that street. That's going to get me back over here to this street. Then I can cross over to this neighborhood and take this street to that street to that street. Come back over about. Then I only got about, I ain't got that long. I can go over these railroad tracks. Boom. Then I'm right there at this tire shop. Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm weaving through. I get on the main road. I got people. Now, back in the gap when I would do this, people would just get over. They would get over, I get in the right-hand lane. I go on while I'm going. People would just get over and be like, oh, shit, homie got a flat. Right? That's how people, this is back in the gap. This is back when I'm teens, early 20s and shit. People would get over and just look and be like, oh, he got a flat. Go ahead. Oh, he got a flat. Okay. That's it. They would just, oh, he got a flat. And just ride on. They rubberneck, but that's all it was. Oh, he got a flat. Man, you funk ass people today, boy, y'all are some rude bastards. Man, I got motherfuckers flicking me off. I got people saying, pull the fuck over. Pull the fuck over. I can see them saying this to me through the thing. Pull the fuck over. I'm like, what the fuck? So, I ain't gonna lie. I was seeing people say that, but I was like, what the fuck? I was a little confused. Because I hadn't had this type of interaction ever. Man, it wasn't to this motherfucking Mexican lady or Latina lady. I don't know if she's Mexican or not, but she was definitely of Latinx, right? She on the side of me. She on this side. So I look, and she giving it to me. She done slowed down my speed, giving it to me. Like I can't really read her lips. I'm like, what? So I roll the window down. I'm like, huh? I roll the window down. I look. I was like, what? What you? Bitch, fuck you. I did that. Right when I did that, there's a motherfucking cop right behind her, bro. Like, right behind her. And me and him make eye contact. I was like, oh, no, I was talking to her. And I'm like, I'm about to pull over. So he saw that I had a flat. He was like, oh, all right. And he kept going. So, nigga, I pull over the next neighborhood. I pull over. I'm just sitting there like, oh, shit. That was motherfucking close right there. I thought some shit finna go down. Oh, shit. I can't even tell you right now. I'm ready to I leave this bitch here. I don't give a fuck. I leave and just ride away. Don't none of my addresses match on this shit. Good luck finding me, nigga. So I pull around, right? I pull around. I get out, park the car, get out, and I go and I get to the edge of the neighborhood with a stop sign there, and I'm looking. I'm trying to see what the cop did. Where the fuck is that cop at? Where did he go? What happened? I go look. Cop is gone. He ain't. I don't see no cop in sight, and the traffic look light now. I'm like, okay, I guess these motherfuckers went to work or whatever they doing. Look light out here. All right. Get back in the car. I start driving. I'm driving. I'm doing my thing. 10 miles per hour. But I'm looking because I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm right there. Like, I just got to get over these railroad tracks. I got to go to, like, 3 businesses. And the tire shop is right there. And they just seen me the day before. So, the guy was like, I'm got a tire right now. Maybe I'll have it tomorrow. And we told me yesterday. So, I'm like, all right, cool. Drive up. Get to the tire shop. Or driving on the way to the tire shop. As I'm on there, everybody starts veering over. There's a black lady, big black lady, looked at me. There's a tire. Get to that fucking tire shop up there. I'm like, that's where the fuck I'm going. That's where I'm going. I'm back in the heat of this shit with people. Get the fuck off the. I want to know, what is it? Is it that, because I get to the tire shop, pull in, they do the shit, bam. I come back out. None of the people. All the people I saw walking, all the people I saw walking and pointing shit, nothing. They ain't say nothing. Nothing. Not, oh, that nigga went did what he said he was going. Not a fucking thing. So, but I want to know what it is. Is it the fact that, is it just people that just hate any traffic? Which I get to a degree, right? You hate any traffic, and when you see who and what is causing the traffic, you yell at that person. Right? You just be like, why the fuck are we moving so slow? And what? Oh, it's you. Get the fuck off the. Is it that? Is it a safety thing? Is it like pull over because you scared that my car gonna blow up or some shit through some scientific tragedy? I don't know what the thing is with that. Are you afraid that, my tire is some of the tire getting on your car? And what is the issue? What is the fucking issue? I don't understand it all. I mean, I'm getting grilled in this bitch. I'm getting grilled in this bitch. By damn near every car. Now, I never really it was like if your car, and I got the flashes on, bro. That's letting you, I feel like the flashes is to let I think it's an emergency, right? It's an emergency signal. When your flashes is on, it's a signal to let people know, like, hey, man, this shit is fucked up. If I was on the side of the road and I couldn't move my shit, and I had the flashes on, people get out and, know what I ain't seen in a long time? I think motherfuckers is just more selfish now. That's what I think. I think people are just more selfish now because we live in in America. I'll say in America, people are just more selfish now because we live in a world where so many things are targeted at us through an ad or whatever. Like think like we're able to create these worlds, that like will have everything revolves around us through convenience and all this type of shit. And I think people are just, we just kind of geared to be more selfish now. Cause I'll tell you something I ain't seen in a long ass time. I ain't seen nobody help somebody push a car in forever. I ain't seen that shit in a long time. And I don't know if there was a huge like I don't know what. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna talk about right now. I hope y'all like the new format and everything. This might be the way we might do it from here on out. But it's been another episode of the Tutson Interruption. Keep on watching. Keep on tuning in. I got live shows coming up July 19th. I'm gonna be in Bryan, Texas, doing a live Tutson Interruption. I'm gonna post some of the previous shows that's gonna be coming up soon. But thank y'all, man. Until next time, adios.